Hey guys, this is Muffson here at PAX West. We're here with Sam Johnson, narrative director here at Kings Isle, Gamigo Group. Also here with Kaylee, the marketing director. Can you guys talk a bit about what you guys are showcasing here at PAX West?
Absolutely. Kings Isle is releasing sometime soon its first new game in 12 years. It's a spin-off of our MMO Wizard101 called Ravenwood Academy, a single-player game that's built around narrative and mystery solving. In Wizard101, you never really got to go to school. You were too busy doing quests. In this game, you will go to school. The other thing we are showing off for another member of the Gamigo group, Wild Tangent, is Reawakening the old Fate game, the action RPG from 2005. Just in time for the 20th anniversary, they're taking all 4 of the original games, melding them into one, upgrading the control schemes and the visuals to suit modern standards, and they're going to put it out on all platforms. So there you go. Kings Isle didn't used to go to shows, and last year when we were here with Wizard101, everyone was coming up going, "Is that Wizard101? Are y'all still here?" And we were the nostalgia booth. And this year people know we're still here. This year it's Fate. It's like, is that Fate? We had people stop us on the street when we were talking about it, and so it's great.
Yeah, because I haven't heard Wizard101 in so long, and I know it's still very active in the community. So it's great to see that that's on the show floor, and then hearing that you guys are also bringing back Fate, like the very first one, back into our minds, and now being able to retry it, not just with fans of that game, but also with new players who haven't experienced that game.
Well, and again, one of the main goals with Fate was to change as little as possible. They redid a bunch of sound files because they could not find the originals. Yeah. But the whole point is, if you played the demo on your mom's computer when you were a kid, or if you've never heard of it, fun is still fun. So we are very jazzed, and the response has been through the roof. And Wizard is turning 16 years old today. And it is going strong. We have been updating it the whole way.
It's been incredible. I think what Sam was talking about is totally true. People from their childhoods are seeing what they grew up with. Just walking by like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's here. And they're so eager to play it and so eager to learn more. So just seeing the happiness that by just our presence here is giving people, it's been incredible.
What can fans and new players expect for this spin-off game with Wizards101 and the Fate game? What should we be on the lookout for?
Well, with Fate, it is as close to the original games as they could make it, but it's all 4 of them. And instead of having to stop, transfer your character, and continue, they are seamlessly flowing into each other now. And Ravenwood Academy is very different. It is a single-player game, not an MMO. Also, it is not a traditional RPG. Instead of combat and quest counts and all of that, it is a narrative-based game. It's built around a life sim. So when you're not in class, you choose what you do and you build up your stats. You can befriend your fellow students and build relationships with them, and each relationship is a storyline. If Wizard was an elementary school, middle school game, Ravenwood is high school. These are coming-of-age stories. And your friends might be dealing with some hard problems. You will help them. But it's Wizard, so they might also be dealing with some very zany magical problems. And then finally, instead of focus on combat, we have mystery solving. So something weird happens on campus and you or one of your friends gets blamed. Before the disciplinary hearing, you have to talk to people, ask the right questions, get the right answers. For the first time in 14 years writing at Kings Isle, I get to write PC dialogue. And we've got dialogue choices, and your rewards will get moderated by what you pick and who you're talking to. So I am over the moon. It's taking story and narrative further than we've ever taken it before.
When you guys decide to include Raven's Academy as a spin-off?
About a year ago, Gamigo said, hey, we should make more games. And we were like, yes. And MMOs are a big commitment. So we were thinking, what can we do to take Wizard, a game that people love, and promote our IP even further? And the thought was a single-player game. And the second that happened, I was like, ooh, academic life sim. And so what I'm hoping is that people who grew up loving Wizard but can't spend a full-time job doing an MMO anymore, that they can come back to our world and have a good story, because good story is one of the things that we've been committed to delivering from the very beginning. In terms of dev cycle, about a year ago, we figured out that we would be able to do this game. And then the question was, okay, how we're actually going to do it without impacting Wizard's release schedules. And finally, about 5 months ago, things started lining up. We put up a Steam wishlist page, we generated a little buzz, and we are in pre-production now. We've done lots of pipeline work with art. How do Wizard assets look, and what do we want our look and feel to be? And we liked the results so much that we were like, we should show this. And so we built a narrative framework around it to give you a feel for tone and the kind of stuff you'll be doing. And so we are still in pre-production.
Okay.
The scope is getting hammered out right now, but we do not want a AAA dev cycle. It is not going to take 3 years to make this game. But all I am allowed to say is that it is coming soon-ish. There you go.
All right. And what about with Fade?
Basically, since Fate is turning 20 next year, we wanted to do something that basically honored the IP. What can we do with this beloved franchise that really brings it back to the forefront and gives Fate fans what they want? And we decided we don't want to fundamentally change Fate. People love Fate as it is. We just want to elevate what it already is. So that meant updating the graphics, that meant keeping the original soundtrack. So while we're changing some things, we're also keeping other things intact on purpose. And then we're also localizing it for the first time into brand new languages. So it'll be available in English, Spanish, French, German, Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. So we're making it even more accessible than it was ever before. As far as the timeline, we don't have a set date. We want to make sure it actually is great before we put it out. We don't want to rush it.
If you can pitch your game in a few words, what would it be?
For Ravenwood Academy, it is that you are going to wizard school in Wizard101, and you will make friends, and you will take tests, and you will go to dances. It is the richest story King's Isle has ever put out.
For Fate, I probably might just keep it simple. Fate, but so much better.
Thank you so much, you two. Hopefully you guys get to check out Ravenswood Academy and Fate whenever that drops. Make sure you guys wishlist that on Steam. We will see you at the next video.
Wishlist both of them.
Yeah.